I'm not finished yet. I'm not leaving till everybody gets these.
What's going on, people? This is Nightmare Impact, aka Posted Gleam, aka Channel on Mine, and I am back. One Nation under no. I just wanted to do this real quick video because I wanted to kind of talk about some of the things I've been seeing in the Tekken community, especially from online personalities who, you know, I supposed to respect. But the one in particular I'm going to talk about today is one I actually do respect. And he's known to make some good videos. He's known to be like basically the person who's pretty much kept Tekken 7, like he kept it going strong. Like he's made it look really good in a lot of videos he's done over the years. And he started out as a combo guy. He worked his way into commentary. He had a couple of pro matches, about as many as me. But he's done amazing things. And I just wanted to just really quick do a video on this because I'm sick of seeing something that I've noticed that I'm seeing a lot from people who supposedly supposed to be experts who talk about the pro level, but yet they say things and then they don't realize that they have power to influence a lot of bull in this community. And again, I don't really care about the Tekken community. I don't care about that. I probably won't even get Tekken 8 the way I'm feeling. Be honest with you. Be 100% honest. But that's a whole nother issue I will go into on another video. And if you watch my older videos, you already know how I feel about the game. But let me just go into some things. In today's video, I will be talking about the Mainmanswe. Why? Because he did a video recently about Claudio. And you know what? I feel like he's been taking pot shots at the character. And again, I'm not going to sit here and talk like, yeah, I need to defend him. It's a character that's popularity doesn't need to be to defend it. Especially in Tekken 8, if you've seen what they've done, how they've changed the character and what they've done. I don't need to be. It doesn't need my defense. But what needs to be defended is the community and how people don't realize the effect they have by saying certain things. And so I'm gonna go into that today. I'm just gonna look at his latest video on Claudio, and we're just gonna pick apart some of the things that he say, because unlike him, I've been playing Claudio since season 1, and I can tell you why these changes that he has these changes. So don't just say like things like, well, his back. Well, let me get into the video. Let's start with the first thing.
Claudio is godlike, absolutely godlike. We have arguably the best mid in the game. Arguably the best mid in the game. I mean, you note this reach, right? So this is back 1. And this is still in Tekken 8, by the way. So, kablam, I knock you down. And wall splats. Right? On block, this is -5. And Claudio takes a substantial backstep as well, rendering it even more safe. So it's homing, meaning it also beats side steps. If it hits someone who's jumping or doing an orbital, whatever, jumping attack, I just screwed you.
So right there we just saw Mainman's arguments to why back 1 in this current version of Tekken is the best mid in the game. Now he said it's the best mid in the game. I want to make sure we understand. He said that's the best mid in the game. Now, one thing we gotta understand is, why does Claudio have that mid? Why does he have a back 1? Well, because, for people who played Claudio when the game first came out, he had another mid, which was way better than that back 1. And you know what that mid was? It was forward 3, which you still see sometimes. But the thing about it is, that mid, forward 3, was so good and so utilized. And again, this is only people who played in season 1 would know this. That mid was so good, it hit Zayus out of Art of Phoenix. It hit Eddie out of Relax Dance. Like, these you terrorize those characters when the game first launched. And if you play Claudio, you know what I'm talking about. You know you did. Now, what they did was season 2, the changes, the same time they changed his hop kick, they made the back 1 have the same properties as forward 3. Now, why did they do that? Well, they did that because Claudio lacks actual true moves to keep people away from him. When he gets crowded, as you can see in the video, he becomes very much a target, a very sitting target who doesn't have quick moves. Back 3 is still just 13 frames. But guess what back 3 is just still? Back 3 is just still one move that hits with small damage. Claudio does not have those things. He does not have quick moves. 1-2, the 1-2 string, high. 2-1 is not, it's like what, 13, 12 frames? But it's nothing that's going to break anybody up. His down forward 2 is very slow. It's about 14 frames. So they needed to give him something to balance out the fact that he had no get the fuck off me moves. And this is why he has that back 1. Now, when we get into his arguments to back 1 being the best mid in the game, I believe you're utter delusional. In fact, I don't even think it's the best back 1 at the wall. In fact, I don't think it's one of the best moves at the wall in all. Because I can give you Miguel's armor at the wall. It's one of the best moves you could have in the game for if you want a safe move to do at the wall. So I don't know what you're talking about as far as using it in a certain situation at the wall. Now, if we want to get into arguments of back 1, let's get into the arguments of back 1s in this game. Because I could tell you way more better back 1s, such as Fang's back 1, which leads to an actual combo, and it doesn't matter on counter hit. Or how about Brian's back 1? And Brian's back 1 at a wall is way more impressive. So stop it. Y'all gotta stop with the madness. King has one of the best back 1s in the game, which you can't avoid. I don't care how much you say you can duck King's back 1. You are not ducking it on reaction, because you are not going to be ducking against a King, because he could easily hit you with a mid. So stop it. Claudio's back 1 is a great move, and he deserves to have a great move. How does he not deserve to have a great move? But you got to put it in perspective. His back 1 is utilized to keep people away, to keep people off of him, because he lacks any kind of combos. He lacks any kind of explosive moves that can literally stop people from crowding him. Besides, the majority of the cast in this game have a back 1, and they're all pretty much utilized the same way to try to encourage and get people off of them. So as far as Claudio's back 1 being great, unless you are getting hit by back 1 because you are aggressive, that's the only way his back 1 should be dominating you. Unless he uses the hop kick after, which is a setup, that's the only way I can see back 1 becoming so amazing, such a lockdown tool. Because if you're getting, like I said, if you're getting hit by back 1, then you are playing too aggressive against Claudio.
Yeah, the biggest weakness is lacking a classic down for the 1, right? This is 15. Although it has a natural combo launch, right? So it's a bit scary. But the trade-off is that he is launch punishable here.
This one here is a short one, so I'm not going to spend much time on it. If you already answered your own question, then you already know why that move is not good. Because guess what? You just said it. It's launch punishable. You know how many times I've actually down forward 1+2? Very few times on the high level. You see my level right there. You think that word conditioned my opponent to not duck? To duck on that move. You know how I do that? By hitting down forward 1 and then doing back 3. And if he doesn't duck, or if he does duck, it tells me whether I can use it or not use it.
So you'll just, against Claudio, you'll just stand up into a guard at the wall. You won't do anything other than that. And that's, of course, where sidestep 4 comes in. So again, this is a sidestep low. does chunky 20 damage and gives Claudio +6. +6! He can pick up here and float you as well. Again, this is not guaranteed. But it's if you press any button there. Other than just staying on the ground. He floats you and gets a reset. This low kinda busted.
Utter ridiculousness. Alright, let's first get into Claudio's amazing move, which is sidestep 4, which every character in this game has a sidestep 4. But unlike theirs, see, when Fang hits you with a sidestep 4, he gets a full combo. When Kazuya hits you with any move that knocks you on the floor, he can just constantly pick you back up and hit you again. But Claudio, you have to move on the ground. You have to actually participate and actually press a button. Unlike him, when they get hit by a move such as up 3-4. Do you not get the stupidity of this? Every character has a sidestep 4 that relaunches. King has a sidestep 4 that relaunches on counter hit. Somehow Claudio's, which doesn't launch you on sidestep 4, is broken. It's a perfect move. Feng Wei launches you all the way into the goddamn stratosphere and does a full 80-something damage combo on you. Claudio at best gets you about, I don't know, 40, 50 damage? What are we talking about here? This is delusional talk to justify dumb things. This is me saying something to justify it. Because ain't no way you're going to tell me Armor King sidestep 4. It's not better. It's no way you're going to tell me these people have real sidestep 4s. These people have real lows that counter hit. Claudio's, to get him, first of all, for Claudio to get anything out of his lows, which is just down 2-2, because all his lows are negative. No one ever notices this. Down 4, down 3, where he points, that's all negative. Negative. On hit, these are negative. Like, what are we talking about here? Because if you're trying to justify it, there's way better characters who have way better lows. And the only other character I would even comprehend to maybe have worse lows than Claudio is Yoshimitsu. And even he has a better sidestep 4. So what are you... If you just want to justify your delusions and just say every move that Claudio plays is amazing, you can do that. You're justified in doing that. But don't mislead people. That's my problem, is you're misleading people into thinking that this is real, like your logic is making sense. That's not logical. It's not logical that Claudio sidestep 4, which gives you barely any damage, on top of that, you have to actually move again, is on the same level as your character, who literally hits people on the ground. I can't pick people off the ground like you can. You can literally stop in momentum and keep hitting people while they're on the ground. Let's talk about that, Kazuya. I mean, main man. I'm sorry.
While running 2, which is the Superman punch. That's +21 at the wall, as you just saw. On block, +21. And out in the open, it's +7. And it does huge damage. 40. On counter hit, 48. So again, it's a bit like Dragunov. You know how you can play Dragunov with while running 2, down 2, and back 1+2? This guy can do that same play style, play with 3 attacks. It's just that Dragunov's options are so trash compared to Claudio's.
This is one of those situations where I thought about adding the here we go again. But here's the logic here. So you're telling me that running 2 by Claudio is such a great move that it has no fallacies compared to Dragunov's running 2. compared to Kazumi's running 2, 1+2. Compared to, there's a million characters in this game who have running 2s. But you know what they have that I don't have, which as a Claudio player? Theirs are mids. So guess what happens? I get hit by theirs whether I block or not. You know what happens when Claudio does a running 2? Unless it's on point instant while running, which a lot of these mofos don't do, and I do, but they only do it at a certain level. And you're only gonna see it on higher levels, which is you really just duck. And if you do block Claudio's running 2, nothing's gonna happen to you. And I'm not gonna answer his situational bullshit at a wall, because I have yet to see any kind of good things that happened at the wall from doing a Claudio running 2, where everybody's like, man, it's a good mix. It's not a mix-up tool. It's no mix-up tool, because most people after running 2 at the wall, they just stand there. So I just sidestep 4, and I get nothing but 1 hit. Or I back 1, or I back 3. There's nothing I can do to you that you can't. I can't force you into a mix-up. I have to naturally fight you into a mix-up by conditioning you into falling for tricks. Not falling for tricks, I should say, but falling for setups. But here's the key. Duck. If you don't duck, then just block his running 2. Okay? Even if he does hit you with the running 2, he gets no combo after. Guess who gets combos after? Dragunov gets a whole combo after. Are you kidding me with Kazumi? Like, don't get me wrong. Claudio's running 2 is a very good move. But the fact that he has to stop, pause, and go, and say those words, I say offset. I don't know what the hell he says. I don't speak Italian. But he stops to say his, I've gotten my power. You know what I mean? It literally stops him from doing any combo after. They knock you far enough away where you can't get a combo after. Now you tell me the combo after his running 2. That's so devastating. See, I can give you a move that's a running forward move. Again, I hate to keep harping on this character, but look at King's running forward move. His running 1+2 grab. He gets set up an Oki. Does Claudio get Oki? No! You know who else gets a really nice thing? Paul gets a nice 4-4-4 roll. Guess what happens? He gets set up in a mix-up as soon as he hits you with it. These are characters that control space laterally really well, and it doesn't matter if you block. But I don't see you bitching about it, because I played against a mini Pauls, and all they love to do is 4-4-4. And I don't see you complaining about it. Why? Because you don't press a button, and if you do, he's going to come up with a knee and you duck. It's the same thing with Claudio. If Claudio is getting any kind of space from you and he's running at you, you duck. If you don't duck, then you just block, because he can hit you with a running 4. So you just block. And guess what happens after you block? Don't do anything. Again, if you're getting hit by certain things in this game that comes to that's not mix-ups, it's because you're playing too aggressive and you're not looking to see what your opponent's tails are. When I get hit, I know why I get hit. I get hit because characters like Kazuya is sitting here mixing me up with 4-4-3 and lows. That's my problem right there. It's a mix-up game. I guess wrong every single time. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that the game is like, man, Claudio's game is just godlike because I'm getting killed by running 2s. If you're getting killed by running 2s, you need to stop playing this game and go to practice mode and go figure out what to do when you block a running 2. Or like Alisa, who can do a running 2 that's a shoulder block, and then hers got armor behind it. So if you do press a button and you do trade, guess what? You're getting stop. Just because you see a move often, it doesn't mean that move is broken. Again, Claudio has a small move list. You will see certain moves over and over again. This actually goes into another point I like to make, where I was watching Spaghetti Rip, and I forgot who was playing Claudio in the tournament, but he was so excited that they did not hop kick at all during the fight, and that made me really angry because his whole thing was, that's how you play Claudio. You see, he didn't use a hop kick one time. All you people watching need to go. And I'm sitting here like, would you tell a Kazuya player that they shouldn't hell sweep? A Jin player, you know you shouldn't do your natural force. You shouldn't do your force strings. Hey, Marta, don't tackle. Don't tackle at all. Hey, Paul, you know what you shouldn't do? You shouldn't do your demo man. See how stupid this is? These are all moves that are very much seen every single time you turn around in tournaments. Hey, Leroy, don't parry. But you wouldn't tell him not to do it. But you would tell Claudio not to do it. And don't get me wrong, people misuse the hop kick all the time with Claudio a lot. But you gotta go back to what I said. He lacks launchers. And so a lot of people don't know how to naturally launch with Claudio, or even how to play patient with him. So they'll do is they'll use the hop kick as a way to launch instead of using it like it's supposed to be used, which is to punish. You kind of tailor your opponent to do things so you can use the hop kick later. And again, like I said, this is just something that irritates me because he has an audience and he has a voice in this community, and he can poison how a person look at the character. And he's thinking he's being funny, but I don't think it's funny at all, because again, like I said, you would not tell Josie that, hey Josie, do not use butterfly. Hey Josie, do not use neutral 3 that you stole from Mr. Nightmare Impact. Don't use that move. You wouldn't tell Katarina not to hop kick, who has the best hop kick in the game, by the way. But I digress. We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, y'all gotta be careful what y'all say, because y'all say some things and you don't realize that your fans actually believe that without questioning it. It's scary to me. They don't question it. So be very careful of the things you start saying about certain characters.
That just completes him into almost perfection is the hop kick.
Stop. I'm nipping this one in the butt now. Claudio has one of the best hop kicks in this game. I'm not debating that. I'm not arguing that. It's one of the key moves, and it's very fucking good. And he deserves to have that move because he lacks other moves. But no, he doesn't have the best hop kick. Pro players don't play this game. They play against each other, and they like the little jerk off in the little 1% on them PC. So they don't know what actually happens in this game. They actually pretend to think they know. Because anyone who knows this game knows that Katarina has the best hop kick in the game. Why? Because it hits 2-prong. Her hop kick crushes everything. And then if you do block the first part, you will get hit by the second part. That's the true hop kick that's best in the game. Now, it's funny to do it with Claudio because it's a meme. Ha 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 ha. I'm Tendo. I make a meme. I don't know, whoever these meme people are. I don't care. That's what they are. They're entertainers. They don't really play the game, and if they do play the game, they play against their little friends. My point I'm trying to make is that, yes, Claudio has a great hop kick. He's not the only one. I don't care what anyone says. Elisa has a better hop kick. Again, I go by what's actually practical. What's practical in these hop kicks? Well, see, if you block the first part of their hop kick, when you block Claudio's hop kick, you punish with 2-1-1-2. No problem. You block Katarina's hop kick, you have to block the second part. You know what the second part does? It leaves you at crouch. So you're already at negative. You have to block Elisa's hop kick. Guess what happens when you block the first part? It's fine. The second part, it leaves you at crouch. How come we don't talk about these hop kicks? Why aren't they talked about? Lucky Chloe technically has an amazing hop kick. She has 2. And they're very much, so much of a part of her character, people make jokes about him. But Claudio's the only one? Let's make a meme of him with a smiley face. Ha, da, 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 da. It's just memeable. It's meme shit. I don't care about meme shit. Meme shit don't matter to me. Practical does. Logic does. Common sense does. So when you say Claudio has the best hop kick in the game, I say you don't play this game. And you might just play against your little friends on the PC. your little percentage of players who are not all cheating. Most likely you're all cheating anyway. And the ones who pretend like they ain't cheating, they most likely are cheating. I don't gotta cheat. My rank is my rank. I don't care. I'm not no great player, but I tell you what, I played against Tekken God Primes. I played against Tekken Gods. I played against them all. I played against Joey Fury. I took a round off of him. As I said before, I actually played this game. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole of nitpicking who's better hotkick. But until you tell me Katarina is not a better hotkick, until you tell me that Lisa doesn't have a better hotkick, please miss me with that mess. Get a real argument. Get a real argument. I will debate that. But let's have a real argument about it, because you're not having a real debate about Claudio right here. Because you're just picking moves that are already good moves and saying, why does he have this good move? Well, that's like me picking any character in this game and just picking their good moves and saying, why do they have this moves, and saying they're broken. But you don't I put context behind every move that you've seen. I explain to you why the move is the way it is, and I explain why it's a good move. But I'm explaining to you why other people have the same move and why their moves or versions of it is better. With mine, is proof. It's evident. Back one on a Brian is the most dangerous thing you can have. What is a king if he doesn't throw out back one? What is a king if he doesn't do sidestep 4? What is a Fang that doesn't do back one or sidestep 4? These are moves that are all better than what Claudio has. And don't tell me, well, they do in this situation. Everything you've picked for Claudio has been a situation. At the wall, when you're in the air, you're not picking nothing that wasn't a situation for Claudio. So in summation, there's a lot more he said in the video, but I just felt like I wanted to hit those key points, because a lot of the other things I feel like is just silliness. Like Claudio's 442 gives him a starburst, and that's the quickest way to get this. Yeah, so what? What do you care? It's not like it's starburst. It's not like he carries it over to the next round. Is it like Geese who carries over a meter? Is it like Eliza who carries over a meter? Is it like Akuma who carries over a meter? It's not a meter. Once he uses it, it's done. Like, understand that. He doesn't carry it over. He has to earn it each round. Each time he wants to use it, he has to earn it. So yes, if they gave him an easier way to get to it, how does that stop? How does that... You act like he's gonna, like, when he gets it, game over. No, it's not game over. So I don't know what... Then he talked about what he can do with it, and it's just like, bro, that's called moves. Like, I don't know what more do you want. Like, that's like me picking apart your character and everything I think that is unfair and just keep going, this is unfair, this is unfair, this is unfair. And then when someone says anything, I just go, well, you can always step him left. No, it's not how it works. It's not how it works. Everything you said was a situational with Claudio. That's a situation. He got to be at the wall. You got to press buttons. You got to have, this is too many participation things. His forward 3, down forward 3 is so good because he could use the forward 3 at the wall and it gives him a mix up. Like, yes, everyone has some moves at the wall that they're really strong with. To me, that doesn't, like, that's not a thing that Claudio needs to be nerfed with. And like, as far as him having starburst moves, would you like him not to have starburst? Like, I don't get the logic. I don't get the logic. He gets starburst by hitting certain moves. He doesn't keep it. So that means if I want to sweep somebody, I have to hit a starburst move to do down 2-2. Guess what you don't have to do? You don't have to charge your hell sweep. Do you charge your hell sweep? No, because you just do it. So I don't know what's your logic. Who cares? Anyway, my point is I didn't want to make a 30-minute video on this. I ended up making a 30-minute video on it. But yeah, I like Mainmanswe. I just think that he has a big voice in this community, and he needs to start using it. I'm not gonna say don't have an opinion. Have your opinions, please, but be mindful of it, because you said something also that I didn't touch on in this video, where you talked about Bruce Irving and how Bruce Irving is unnecessary to have back in this game, which is disrespectful because Fakamram and because I like Falcon, and it's like, bro, Harada watches your bullshit, so it's like, you know, that's very telling. You Maximilian dude, like y'all have a lot of pull, because Maximilian dude actually did a whole thing about Mortal Kombat where he talked about how the roster of Mortal Kombat is mid and how it sucks and it's like everyone else is excited about this game and excited about but you saying that actually hurts that game. On top of that, because again, these people listen to you guys. On top of that, by doing that, you hurt Bruce, because by saying that Bruce is unnecessary and Falconram's here, because I enjoy playing Falconram more. That's like me telling people, well, I enjoy playing Jinpachi more than I did Kazuya. Therefore, they don't need to be in the game. Like, yes, you can enjoy a character more. I'm not gonna tell you why you didn't like Bruce, or if you didn't like. I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not gonna argue in your opinion, but I will argue that they don't serve the same purpose. They don't play the same. So also say that in your statement. Say how they don't play the same. How Bruce was relying a lot on his neutral dashes. Bruce relied a lot on his pop-ups, on his counter hits, on these things. He didn't just bully the character into submission. They play completely different. Bruce was about punishment. He wasn't about. Falconram's about brute force, rush down, making people choose quickly, so they don't see and mask a lot of the weaknesses that they have. Explain the differences, please. Do not just say things. Because again, if Harada comes out and says, well, you know, I was just looking at Mainman and he said da, and I know I'm not saying that you have that, you were doing it on purpose or you have that pull and Harada only listens to you. I'm just saying he watches you. So be careful what you say about a certain character in a certain community. You know what I mean? Because you can hurt another character's chance of being in Tekken 8. Which I would love to see my character come back to Tekken 8. You know, I only named the YouTube channel after him, because that's the reason I even started playing Tekken, is to play that character from Tekken 5, Tekken 6, because I didn't care about Tekken 4 and 3, because when I played Tekken 2 as a kid, my character was gone. After Tekken 2, my character disappeared. I didn't play Tekken 3, 4, 5. I didn't even come back until 5, until a friend was like, hey man, you should play this Dark Resurrection game on PlayStation 3, it has online. And that's the only time I came back to it. By then, I was playing other games. That's the honest truth. I didn't care about Tekken 3. I don't care about Tekken 4. I didn't even really care about Tekken 5. Tekken 6 is where I really got into, I would say I came into my own with this game. And my character, Bruce Irvin, that was my boy. And I only played him. I didn't even play other characters. But this video has gone on long enough because I don't want to give my whole life story. I mean, if you really want to see it, I have videos talking about it. I have many videos. I even have Bruce Irvin videos up now. Like I told you, I've gone on that. I've gone to that hill and I've died on that hill. Where I probably won't even be getting Tekken 8 because I just don't want to play Tekken if he's not there. And that's an honest truth. I did Tekken 6. I paid my dues. I paid my dues by playing Tekken 7. And did I enjoy it sometimes? Yes, I really did. But I don't think that I'll be making the next step. But that's a whole nother thing. We can get into that discussion. This wasn't about that. This is about Mainmanswe, and I hope he sees it. If he makes a video about it, go ahead, do what you want to do. Take the footage, do whatever. I don't care, bro. You're the big bro. You're the big bro. I'm not gonna tell you no, but I am gonna tell you that when you're not doing right by the community, I'm gonna tell you about it, because you're not doing right. Because by doing these kind of videos where you're making people, because you have a large influence, you're making people start going like, oh, this character is a Mainmanswe said this character sucks. He said Elisa sucks. Therefore, because he calls her a piece of crap robot, like it's not right. I hate certain characters too. I hate King's Guts. I hate Brian. But one thing you don't hear me saying is that they shouldn't be in Tekken. If it was my Tekken, no, they wouldn't be there. But you don't hear me saying it. Alright. Well, anyway, I'm done here. This is a way longer video than I wanted to make.